Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Red Dead Redemption 2 video, we're going to be specifically talking about Red Dead Online and how it feels like a ghost town. And we're going to be having the discussion, is Red Dead Online dead? So this is a video that I've been holding off on making for a good while because I always try to, number one, look at the positives, but also give Rockstar the benefit of the doubt on things. But I feel like we've almost reached the point of no return for Red Dead Online. So I want to talk about my current feelings about the online mode, and then also if it's completely dead and what Rockstar can maybe do to revive it. So I was inspired to make this video because a lot of you guys asked me, Mr. Boss, do you still play Red Dead Online? And I also got a lot of questions on my Facebook page about Red Dead Online questions, like what's the best way to make money or what's the best way to do this? And my honest answer is I don't know because I haven't played Red Dead Online in months. So that answers that question right there. And that should also be pretty obvious if you've been following more of my Red Dead Redemption 2 videos, which have definitely been focused around single player, which is something that I have been thoroughly enjoying since day one. And to a degree, I did enjoy Red Dead Online, especially in those first couple of weeks, because everything was brand new. The Showdown series, the races, the stranger missions that you could do. However, over time, those became incredibly boring. And so what I did last night to even prove or test this video is I literally jumped on Red Dead Online. And this is some of the footage you guys are seeing right here. And in my opinion, there just isn't a whole lot to do, nor is there a whole lot going on in the world. In fact, as you'll even see in a little bit when I travel to Blackwater, it literally does feel like a ghost town. Like there's not a single person, not even NPCs in the town, which is pretty interesting. So for me, there's two big reasons why I feel like Red Dead Online currently is dead. The first is a lack of new content. So I don't know what Rockstar's big grand plan is, and that's what we're going to be talking about in a little bit. But at least as of late, I mean, I don't know how long Red Dead Online has been out. I think it's been like 5 months. There has not been enough new content added, whether that's clothing or weapons or things to do. In fact, a lot of the clothing and weapons that we've received in the game have just been either reskinned or reused from single player or Red Dead Redemption. So even items like the rare shotgun, that came straight from single player, and the Evans repeater, that came straight from Red Dead Redemption. So these are weapons that we've seen for a while now. Now, the other thing I think Red Dead Online is missing is a progression system. And I'm not talking about like levels that you could unlock, going from level 10 to 20 to 30, whatever the case is. It's things to do that allow you to feel like every time you hop back on, you have sort of a purpose, things to grow, things to build. And we saw that a lot in Grand Theft Auto Online. I mean, there's 5, 6, 7 different types of businesses that you can run and operate. Each time you get on Grand Theft Auto's multiplayer, there's things to do where you can either source crates or supplies so that you could ultimately build your businesses, steal cars so you could eventually export them. There's things to do that make you feel like you have to get on. In Red Dead Online right now, there's nothing of that. The stranger missions will be there whether you do anything or not. And there also doesn't seem to be a lot of fun competitive modes where you can interact with other players. In fact, for the most part, every interaction I had with another player when I hopped on was just someone shooting me in the face first, and that was pretty much it. Now, I definitely want to give Rockstar the benefit of the doubt here because technically Red Dead Online is still in its beta period. And I don't know when Rockstar is going to remove Red Dead Online from the beta phase, but it does feel as if it has been a long, long time. So I'm hoping that once Rockstar removes this beta status from Red Dead Online, that we will start to see more significant updates and additions to the game. However, I'm worried that Rockstar might have reached a point of no return with Red Dead Online. Right now, if you just sort of gather the community's vibe for this online mode, not a lot of people are thrilled with it. They're either bored with what's currently in the game, or they're kind of upset that Rockstar has chosen not to add more content that they already have. In fact, Grand Theft Auto Online seems to have gotten more content than Red Dead Online. And even though Grand Theft Auto Online is, 5-6 years old at this point, which is insane to think about, it's still amazing that GET Online is getting all the updates that it is, but it's also very disappointing that Red Dead Online is not. So that's why I have just a glimmer of hope, because I've seen all the tremendous things that Rockstar did in Grand Theft Auto's multiplayer, and I'm hoping that once they get out of the beta phase in Red Dead's multiplayer, that we will start to see some real significant improvements and changes in the game. But again, I do worry that Rockstar has sort of reached the point of no return with Red Dead Online, because there might be some people that are now so disinterested, and they might be such a low level and have so little money that if significant additions do end up being added to the game, that players might not be interested in jumping back in because it might feel like too much of a grind for a low level. So let's talk about that briefly. What are some things that Rockstar could introduce to bring players back into the game? Well, for starters, I'd like to see more dynamic sort of things to do. We were able to do a ton of these things in single player, whether it's robbing a bank, whether it's robbing a train, whether it's, robbing a stagecoach, just dynamic events that would spawn throughout the world to keep things sort of fresh. That would be really, really awesome. The next thing I'd like to see is the introduction of businesses. This is something that Grand Theft Auto Online did extremely well. Just to give you guys some basic examples right here, what if there was a moonshine business that you could ultimately open up? And then you had to gather supplies for the moonshine. Once all of it was built, you had to deliver it to someplace in Lemoyne or Rhodes where they would ultimately enjoy your illegal booze. Stuff like that would be really cool. I'd also like to see new properties being added into the game, the addition of homes or houses or homesteads or farms or ranches that we could operate. I'm not too sure if Rockstar wants to turn this into like a farming simulator game, but it would still be cool to have different occupations at different levels and things to buy and purchase. Right now, everything seems so bare bones. Like, we live in camps. We have so few weapons. Rockstar haven't added new horses into the game. Obviously, the biggest and probably only way to vitally transport yourself across the map. And while all of that sounds great, everything I just mentioned, it doesn't seem as if that's the thing Rockstar is likely going to add. Because back in March, they actually posted like a Newswire article where they talked about the road ahead for Red Dead Online. And believe it or not, that's the last time they've given us a big, significant update. And they talked about some things they were going to change, like the hostility system, offensive and defensive playing style options, and some of the new additions they wanted to add, like free roam missions and story mode missions. And all of that is really cool, and they even do talk about dynamic events, but I'm just interested in more. And once again, I really do want to give Rockstar the benefit of the doubt here, because I'm confident that down the line they will make things right and that they will eventually introduce really cool items into the game. But right now, it just seems as if that's not happening at all. And I know a lot of players are getting super frustrated with this. And I'm in the same boat, and my frustration is because I see the unlimited potential that Red Dead Online could be. And it's just sad to see people getting frustrated with it and upset and it getting a bad rap. Now, there's a lot of things we don't know. We don't know, A, what Rockstar is working on with Red Dead Redemption 2. And I think a lot of this frustration might have been alleviated if there was already like a single player update announced for Red Dead Redemption 2. Then you could totally understand why maybe the online mode was put on the back burner. However, there might be some things that Rockstar are working on that we don't know about. For example, there could be a Red Dead Redemption 2 single player story mode update, and that would explain things. Rockstar could also be, diving a lot of their resources into other projects, whether that be Grand Theft Auto 6, like we've been talking about in the last couple of days, whether that be another title like Bully 2 that they're going to introduce a little bit sooner. So that's why I feel like, even though I've brought up a lot of valid points in this video about, there not being a lot of content in Red Dead Online, and the content they have added has, for the most part, been reused and things that players generally don't want to see, I feel like there's so many things we don't know because none of us work at Rockstar, and there could be a bigger, better, grander plan here that we just don't know about. And heck, tomorrow they could come out with a Newswire post that says, hey, we're introducing XYZ into Red Dead Online. We're taking it out of beta stage, and it's coming next week. And then players could be thrilled. But at least as of right now, there's just so much disappointment with Red Dead Online, and I can't imagine the player base is all that big for this online mode. I mean, just the current lobbies that I went in, I hardly saw anyone. And the players I did see just wanted to shoot me in the face on sight. So as always, with discussion-heavy videos like this, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. And let me know what you think. Basically, our grand question of the day, is Red Dead Online dead? To me, I feel like it's a total ghost town, and I want to know what you think Rockstar can do to ultimately fix that. Is it adding new content? Is it taking it out of the beta stage? Is it doing something completely different than what we've seen so far? Let me know your thoughts, opinions, and more in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily Red Dead Redemption 2 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care. I'll see you guys in the next video.